Okay, right. Hello YouTube. This is the Icom IC718 here. It's well, it's got a bit of a problem. I'll show you what the problem is. We just switch it on here. Okay. Right. The problem is in transit. I have had a dry run at this. I've had it in pieces, so I know what the problem is. But in transit, the main tuning dial here has had an impact in the mail somewhere, and the magnetic rotary sensor on the back of it has well, it's damaged. It's completely unusable. So what we're going to do is we're going to strip it down and fix it and try and record it all on video. Okay, here we go, back again. Right, let's get this thing stripped down. Now, you do have to remove, there are a couple of videos on YouTube with these things on, you do have to remove the all the outer casings to do this. It's not difficult though, it's quite straightforward. It's just a case of spin these screws out. It didn't go quite this smoothly the first time I took this to pieces. But really, it really isn't difficult. It's just a case of just be careful, really. As long as you're not absolutely mad with it, I'm sure it's going to be just go absolutely fine, really. Just turn it over and get the other side. Yeah, the first time I stripped this down, I had the little feet on the bottom here. I took everything apart, completely unnecessary, really. But we live and learn. Right. Okay, now, there comes the cover. Let's put that to one side. Okay. The main reason that you take that cover off, it seems the piece we're after is actually to remove this front panel here, but there is a screw here which we need to get to, so you have to take that cover off. Okay, if we just carefully lay this down on its back, and then the same again. Right, okay, let's pull that cover off, put that to one side. Now, some people will find the look of this scary, others will not worry about it at all, but it really isn't a big deal, and it's as simple as this. Okay, these two screws here, and the same on the other side, they're the ones we're interested in. Let's pop them down with the screw pile somewhere. I'll try not to knock them all off in a minute and search the carpet for a day and ever more looking for them. Right. Now, in a moment you'll see there are a few ribbon cables that have to come out here. Some people, you know, I guess they'd probably just lever it over and deal with it that way, but I really don't think it's a big issue to take them out. So as long as you're careful, and it goes something like this, just get hold of it, give it a wiggle and pop it out. They're just pinched in there. Same with that one, and the same with this one. And that is almost it, except for, so don't when you get those ribbon cables out, don't just pull on this like this, because attached to it here is this little beauty here for the speaker, which runs to this plug over here, which you can see just at the back. So just very carefully pop that plug out, and that's it. It's released. The fascia panel's off, intact, And what we're going to do is replace this. Now I don't know if the camera can actually tell this, but at first sight you can see immediately this cable's been crushed here. So I zoom in a little bit. The cable's been crushed there, and you can see the casing is actually dented here on the back of the magnetic sensor. You can see this crease in it here, which is where it has struck the chassis here, where the tuning dial's been forced back into it. Not enough to break the casing, I was surprised, but enough to do that. So it shows you how close it actually sits. Right, let's pop this to one side for a moment, because the piece we're really interested in is here. Right, okay, now there's got a little plug here, so we're just going to gently pull that out, and that frees off the electrical connections, and turn it over, and it really is a case of just get hold of it, and with a little bit of a wiggle and effort that'll pull off to one side, exposing this fixing, which we are going to now strip down. At a guess it looks like about 13mm. Let's have a look and see, maybe 12. Okay, it is certainly not 12. Well, that looks like 11mm to me. No, it's neither. Okay, at this point we run downstairs and go and get a completely different tool. Bear with me.